guys, welcome to another Lifestyle with Ivan. Today for Sunday dinner we'll be doing a spinach casserole. We'll be making steak. I didn't season my steak on camera. I seasoned it off camera. The only thing I have in here: tomatoes, green peppers and onions, and I season it with the it's a butter steak seasoning. And also it's the green seasoning mix that I made from scratch, which has onions, green peppers, cilantro, but it's everything that blended up together. In this bowl I have my mushroom that I sliced already, and that's gonna go into my steak when I'm cooking it. I'm also going to be making some cornbread. I have the cornbread mix, and everything that I'm going to put in it is right here. So we're going to go step by step while I'm making it. These are my pan and my bowl and everything I'm using. So today I'm going to start with the cornbread mix, the cornbread, because that's going to be the easiest and fastest one to make. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to put the mix in the bowl. Oh, and by the way, this is a Texas style Morrison's, and it's honey sweet cornbread mix. Just something I was trying out. Don't remember where I bought it from. And it also called for 3 eggs. Shell to get in there. I should break it off in a bowl first, guys. That's what I normally do, but I don't know why I didn't do that today. The only thing that's called for is 3 eggs and 1 3/4 cup of milk is what it called for. But guys, when I do my own, I add my own thing to it to zazz it up a bit for flavor. And this is butter. They don't call for butter, but I put butter in my own. That's about, you can put as much butter as you want, but for me, that's about, I would say, 3 teaspoonfuls of butter that I added, because I want it to be moist, and that's why I add the butter to it. And I also add to my own raisins. And I also add to my own vanilla. I haven't opened this yet, so I'm trying to open it on camera. Just bear with me, guys, a little. Just gonna put just a little bit. That's about a half of teaspoon. Not even a half. Just wanted to have a little flavor of the vanilla in there. undo this. I'm going to add just a little bit of cinnamon, but this is the sugar cinnamon. I'm just going to put just a little bit. That's about a teaspoon. It's cornbread, but I like my cornbread to taste different or be edible for me, the way I like it. I'm going to mix it up at a time. I'm going to use all of that milk because that's what the recipe called for on the package. Alright guys, in this pan I have my parchment paper already in here. I'm going to spray it just a little bit with some butter spray. My oven is already on 350. Going to go in. I'm going to put this in here for like 30 to 35 minutes. Alright guys, I'm going to start the spinach casserole. And the spinach that I got, I forget to tell you, it's the picked sweet, but you can get whichever brand you get, but this is a Pick Sweets farm, and it's the cut leaf spinach. They already cut. This is a 10-ounce bag. I'm using 4 of them, so it depends on how many people you're feeding or how much you want to make. You can just go ahead. Normally I'll just buy 2 big bags from Walmart, but I got these from Dollar Tree and I picked up 4 of them, and that's what I'm going to be using today. Okay, and in my pan here, I'm going to put some olive oil, a little bit of olive oil in there. I have my pan on high. I'm going to turn it down after it already get a little hot. And for my cheese, if I didn't tell you, I'm using mozzarella cheese. I'm using cream cheese. I'm also using a little bit of sour cream in there. I'm using Parmesan cheese. And I have garlic powder, onion powder. Just a little bit of parsley. Just a little bit of that. And also in this pot, I have my shrimp that I cut up. I boiled it for a little bit. Just so I can get the broth from it to flavor the spinach. And in this jar, guys, I have that seasoning that I told you about, that I made, that I'm putting in there. And all this is garlic, onions, green peppers, scallion, and cilantro. And also Scotch bonnet. And everything is blended into one. And sorry for that noise in the background. I'm doing laundry, because this is my laundry day. my spinach I have in this bowl. I put it in here because I wanted to drain the water from it. So what I'm doing right now is frying out the spinach. And I'm also going to use some of this. I don't want to use too much because I end up putting too much Scotch bonnet in this. So I'm just going to use 2 tablespoons, which is still probably too much because like I say, I end up putting too much Scotch bonnet in that. We're going to fry this out. If you guys could smell this. You smell it, cameraman?
Oh yeah. Smells like heaven.
Ivan is behind the camera today, guys. And this is what he wanted, so.
Yep, I'm behind the camera today.
This was highly requested by him. You know, I normally cook this on like 3 times a year, which is Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. But this is something that he wanted today. I usually put crab in there also, but I didn't buy the crab. Sometimes I use imitation crab. Sometimes I get lobster, and if I don't have the lobster, I use the imitation lobster also. But today it's just shrimp.
This stuff here will make a big fella like me run a marathon and come first. Oh yeah.
You're so crazy.
This stuff here will make me beat Usain Bolt in the 100-meter dash.
Yeah, you guys should try this. It's very good.
And I don't normally like spinach. But this is good.
Oh, sorry guys. That was the onion powder. And this is the garlic powder. This is a little bit of Himalayan salt, just a little bit. I don't use too much seasoning. That's why you see me use a lot of vegetables to flavor. But some things you need salt. Stove back up a little bit, and I'm going to add a little bit of the broth from the shrimp in there. Because I'm not going to use all of it. I don't think I'm going to use all of it. Alright guys, I'm going to put, I tasted and it wasn't to my taste the way I make it, so I'm adding a little bit of the garlic and a scallion allspice, and it's by JCS. This is a product that I always use. I'm going to put just a little bit in there. Just a little bit of cumin, if I can find it. Where is it? I'm putting in more of that broth. Like I say, the rest of it, I end up using all of it. And it's seasoned okay now. After putting the cumin and the garlic and scallion allspice, now it has a little bit better flavor to what I'm looking for. And guys, it's a little bit spicy, so if you like spice, you can add as much pepper or you can add less. But like I say, my seasoning, I put a little bit too much scallion in there. And my family, most of the members in my family did not eat spinach or didn't like spinach until I introduced them to this dish. Now everybody eats this. Or this is the only time I should say they eat spinach. It's when I make this. So when that boil out, that water boil down some, I'm gonna start adding my cheese to it. Cornbread still going. I'd say 11 minutes, but I know I'm gonna have to add more time on there. I'm gonna put my shrimp in. I remember at my job for, I think it was Christmas past, we had a potluck and I took this and there was a young girl and she said, "Oh, what's that?" So someone said spinach. She said, "Oh no, I don't eat that." So one of the other workers said, "Say try it. Say if you don't eat spinach, say try it. I guarantee you'll like it." That young cashier, she cleaned her plate. And then she went back for more. She looked at me, she goes, "How you make that?" I'm like, "I can't tell you." But now I hope she's watching this. She can see my video. And she'll know how to make it on her own now. Yeah, I decided to share it with everyone. So, I'm sharing it with everybody now. I know my sister's watching this too, because I don't even think I give them the recipe. So now everybody has it.
You're adding?
Huh?
What are you adding?
Yeah.
What
am I adding? Sorry. That's the cream cheese, guys. That's the cream cheese. And that was a half a block. I'm going to put a half of this one because I'm putting one whole block into it. So that half along with another half should do. That was 1 block of cream cheese. Remember, guys, 4 package of that spinach. I used about 12 colossal shrimp. You can use more. I normally use more, but that's what I had. Don't forget the crab and the lobster if you have it. And that's what I normally add, all 3. Alright guys, I'm adding the sour cream. Just 2 of the tablespoons was all I put in there. Look at this, guys. How you can see from there? Look how creamy that is. Nobody make spinach casserole like Christine makes spinach casserole. That's the mozzarella cheese. I have that's a small package, and I also have a bigger package that I'm going to use open. I'm not going to put all in because I put some on top. I got to turn my oven back. It's about to shut off soon. Then last, guys, will be Parmesan. With this, you can put as much as you want. Depends on how you like Parmesan. Me, I put a lot. And you can eat this just like this, because remember I already cook it. So if you're serving crackers with it, you could leave it just like this and put it in a bowl and use it as a spinach dip. With me, I bake it. Putting another 15 minutes on that. This is it, guys. I'm gonna let the camera guy taste it, and he'll tell me if it's if it needs anything else. Don't need anything.
That's good. Now tuck me in and call it good night.
So the seasoning is okay?
Yeah, it's good.
Alright, this is it, guys. I'm going to stick it in the oven and let you see it when it come out. And like I say, you don't have to put this in the oven. You can serve it just like this. But I prefer it in the oven. Alright, guys. Alright, this is the spinach in the pan. I'm going to put some cheese on there. That's the way I do it. This is mozzarella cheese, by the way. Very healthy, I should say, except for the cream cheese and the all that cheese. But hey, you get your vegetables in there.
It's spinach. It's delicious.
So this don't need to be in the oven too long. You can I normally put it in there for about maybe 20 minutes because like I said, it's already cooked. The only thing I want is for my cheese to melt and for it to get a little crispy on top.
My bread looks good. That smells delicious. Goodness gracious.
Okay, and now we're gonna start on a steak. Alright guys, I'm gonna start frying my steak. I'm using a little bit of butter. And with that butter, I'm going to put just a little bit of oil in there. You know, with steak, you don't fry steak too long because it gets tough. When you're frying it, you leave it on one side, let it totally cook, and flip it to the other. You don't flip. Leave it on one side and let it finish cooking. These vegetables, I'm going to cook those separately. So I'm going to take those and brush them to the side. Just on the stove, put me closer to it. Just waiting for my oil to get a little bit more hot because the butter still hasn't melted yet. My steak is at room temperature, which is supposed to be at room temperature. You never cook your steak cold. And this is the Angus beef steak that we bought from Sam's Club. That's how you want it to be, to look. Do we have crackers? Not crackers, chips. All right. Well, I'll show you when everything is done. See the cheese on top? Have it crisp. That's how you want it to look when it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook this mushrooms and onions. And I'm gonna start off with some margarine. For this, guys, you're not using oil. Just the margarine or butter, whichever one you prefer to use. I'm using margarine. Oh, the steak is up too. I forget to show you guys. The steak is finished. I'm gonna put this all in the oven when it's finished cooking. You don't need to add no seasoning to this. All the seasoning is already added. This is the mushroom, the onions, and the tomatoes and green peppers. So all of this is going to go in the pot. It's going to cook. Now normally I would cook this and put it on the steak and bake everything together, but because my kids, or I should say they're adult kids, older kids, whatever, they don't eat vegetables, which they should be eating. So because of that, I'm going to bake the steak by itself. And then I'm going to put the vegetables on when it comes out of the oven. Or I should just put my vegetables on and let them pick it off. I think that's what I'll do. I'll do it my way. Because all the flavor is in this. Alright guys, this is the mushroom, onions and green peppers. I'm going to put them right over this. This is a dish that I learned how to make from my good old uncle that I miss dearly. He passed a few years back. And steak was his. He would eat steak every day. And when he made that steak, it used to be so good. I mean, like, it used to melt in your mouth, huh?
Yep.
Remember that, Ivan?
Mm-hmm.
His name was Loxley Wilson.
Uncle Loxley.
Yeah, my mummy brother. I missed him so much. But nobody made steak, cooked steak the way he did. And I learned how to make this here special dish from him. So I'm sharing it with you guys in memory of my uncle. He was loved by everybody. So this is it, guys. I'm gonna put it in the oven and let it finish cook. I put it in the roaster so it stay tender and it don't dry out. I need to change this pan. This rack. So we're going to leave it in there for a few minutes and let it cook. Alright guys, I'm all done. This is the finished product. And this is the steak. Really good. And some mushrooms. There go the spinach. I want some of that crust with the cheese. Very good. So guys, if you like this video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and remember to hit the bell so you'll be notified. Sorry guys. Every time we make a new video, you'll be notified. And again, thank you for joining us in the kitchen with another Lifestyle with Ivan. Bye guys.